Hey folks.
Hi.
Two indie travelers here. And today's adventure takes us on a great little voyage down in southern Indiana. In fact, we're in French Lick, home of the French Lick Resort and the West Baden Hotel, two of the finest resorts in the region. So we're going to get checked into the hotel, show you around the grounds, show you everything that this area has to offer. It's super nice, folks.
And we're really happy to be back. I think the last time we were here was in 2014, 2015 maybe.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
It's been a while and we're back and nothing much has changed, and that's what I love about it. It's just so historic. It's gorgeous. They renovate, of course, to maintain the property. A little bit of that going on. But we're back, we're here. Join us.
All right.
We'll take you around.
So folks, buckle up and buckle in.
Let the French Lick adventure begin.
You got that right. Let's check it out.
Let's go.
All right, we're getting ready to check into our room. And if you take a look at this old historic hotel, now it was built, I believe it was back in 1938. It had burnt down, and then they rebuilt the hotel. I believe that was like 1901 or something like that. So it was like right around the turn of the century where they built this hotel. But walking down these hallways kind of reminds me of The Shining. So if I see two little twin girls pop out in this hallway, we're probably going to be checking out. I don't know, but this is awesome. And we've arrived at our room, 2538. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the room. Here's the big reveal. Oh yeah, this is nice.
Beautiful. Oh, the crown molding is just gorgeous.
Now, one of the things about the resort, the West Baden and the French Lick Resort, they are known for having the very best pillows and beds. I'm sure we're going to get a great night's sleep. But again, love this old antique turn of the century look. Look at this, everything's themed. Looking real nice. They gave us a great garden view. So here you've got a view of the garden from our room, looking down on the back portion of the hotel. We're going to do a little tour of the grounds and show you all the different springs and all those types of things, because again, that's what this resort was known for, was its hot springs. And as you can see, the rolling hills in the background, just a beautiful, beautiful area. Let's go ahead and explore the room a little bit. Not a bad sized TV. Probably won't be spending much time watching television. But here we have the bathroom. Again, very well equipped. Everything's kind of themed with the time of the turn of the century with that old rustic look. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful room. Well, folks, I think we're going to have a great time. So what we'll do is we'll give you a tour of the grounds. We'll go take a look around. But first I got to find Vicky. I don't know where she went. She's out exploring the room herself now. We'll be with you. Still don't know where she is. Where's Vicky? All right, folks. Well, we've dropped everything off at the room. So now we're going to go explore the grounds. We're going to go out back where they've got the actual springs and the garden area. So I don't know. Let's go hit this back stairwell and we'll head on down. Sound good?
Does to me.
All right, let's go ahead.
Oh, look how beautiful.
Well, this is cool. They did not miss a beat. Look at this.
No, it's perfect.
Just even going down the stairwell. This place is gorgeous. Look at this. This is awesome. And that's where we're headed. We're gonna go out there on the grounds. You'll see us again downstairs. Let's go. Now today is Saturday, September the 10th, 2022. We're getting into that spook season, and I cannot help but think, in looking at this, because this is a hotel that was built at the turn of the century, and so everything has kind of this gothic kind of look sometimes, you know, it's kind of weird. But I look at this and I think of The Shining. So if I see two little weirded out twin girls and some crazy kid talking about red rum and how he can shine, we're packing our bags and getting out of here, I can tell you that. But at any rate, look at this beautiful hotel. This is awesome. We're going to show you all around the grounds. We're going to show you everything that it has to offer. So folks, let's get started. All right, here we are. We're at Pluto Spring. This is actually what the hotel was founded upon. The mineral water, they say, had, well, basically had the ability to heal folks and everything else. So there was a lot of folklore around that. Again, we'll show you what that spring actually is, and we'll show you around the grounds. And out back at the French Lake Resort, you have the world famous Pluto Spring. Although I don't think the spring is running any longer. Let's take a look and explore. And what you could imagine is, back in the day, there were folks that would gravitate toward this area and hang out in the mineral spring. Well, that's weird. America's greatest laxative. Huh. Reminiscence of the Joker saying this whole town needs an enema. But here it is.
It smells kind of like somebody had a laxative.
Yeah, it smells a little bit like a laxative back here. That mineral water has a very putrid smell. Kind of reminds me of Ron Burgundy and what was that? What was that pungent cologne? Sex Panther? Yeah, that's probably what Sex Panther smelled like. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Here's one of the fountains they have out back. They've got a series of these little bridges that you can cross and help you to explore the area a little more so. So relaxing. This is beautiful. Now, I'm not real sure if you noticed or not, but when we were down at Pluto Spring, that little placard talked a little about the Pluto water. In fact, at the height of its production, it took 450 rail cars to move the merchandise, and that merchandise was the mineral water, the Pluto water. And again, with Pluto was the Greek lord of the underground. Maybe hence why the water smells like sulfur and smells to high heavens. Hue-wee. And as you can see, there's a number of stores here in the hotel. And on the lower level, there's this great little grotto area or tunnel that you have to go through, and it will take you to a bowling alley and a pizzeria. Really cool place. Lots to do here right on site. The French Lick Resort has had a number of distinguished guests, so let's show you the Wall of Fame. As I was saying, there have been a number of distinguished guests here. Ozzy Osbourne.
Hey, look at that.
One of the other most distinguished guests that have performed here at French Lick was Radio Patrol.
Yeah, we did.
Vicky's band. Or the band that she is lead singer in, should I say.
That's right. That's not my band per se, but we've had a lot of fun. One of our favorite places was performing at the French Lick Casino. Great stage.
This is part of the resort where you're making your way toward the casino. Love this area. Look at these. This is awesome. Just a beautiful, beautiful building. Here we have a scale model of the West Baden. It's pretty awesome. Alright folks, so we spent a little time taking you around the French Lick Resort. Now we're over at the second resort, which is the West Baden, the 8th wonder of the world. This place is magnificent. One of the first hotels of its kind with the dome ceiling, long before the Houston Astrodome was built. So this was an absolute marvel. True. Folks, we're going to take you inside and show you what this looks like. The hotel is just magnificent. You're going to love it. Come on, let's go take a look.
Let's go.
And here we are at the West Baden. Look at the magnificence of this hotel. And here we are at the Garden in West Baden, and this is the Pluto Spring. Looks like it's closed down right now for renovations. But in the area, you know, as we were mentioning over at the French Lake Resort Hotel, people traveled from miles and miles around. People came from other countries, in fact, to experience the mineral springs here in the region. Again, there was a lot to be said about that mineral water and what it could do and what it was capable of doing. We don't know if it's folklore or actually any truth to it, but at any rate, a lot of history behind this place. Beautiful area. As you can see the gardens here. As Vicki had stated earlier, we've been here several times. Our band actually played at the casino a number of times, Radio Patrol. And
shout out
to Radio Patrol.
Yeah, we had so much fun. Those days are like the best memories, you know, as far as our band moments have gone so far. We've had a lot of good ones though. But this place, there's just something magical about it. It's the way that they treat you, you know, and not just the, of course I'm speaking as how they treated the band members. You know, we walked the halls and felt like, you know, like we were rock stars. But they treat their guests so respectfully. From the moment you check in and when you're walking through, it's a really great experience. So if you're ever in the French Lick, Indiana area, then we highly recommend the French Lick Resort because that's what we're familiar with. But as you have seen, the West Baden is just magical. It's not magical, but beautiful in its own way. Gorgeous architecture, very cool grounds. It's all just really a cool atmosphere, and you should at least experience it once. So highly recommend.
And here we are. This is the garden at West Baden. Looks like they're doing some work, folks. Now they're doing some renovations in this area, but years past, here at the West Baden, this was one of the recreation areas. This is where they had billiards and bowling, and they also had a pavilion area where they would have music and things of that nature going, where everybody would socialize. Just really, it's just a lot of history here. And you take a look at it, you can see that they've held on to a lot of that history as well. The gardens are just incredibly manicured. Just a beautiful area. Very relaxing and gorgeous. And again, this is at the West Baden. Beautiful little fountain over here.
I guess they're having a little bit of a water war going on between the frogs and the turtles. How cute is that?
So here we are at Hygeia Spring number 1, and with this particular spring, it was probably one of the more costly springs to actually build. It is an octagon shape, and the bricks inside were called Tiffany bricks, and they were $100 each. And so the craftsmanship that went inside in building, ooh, you can hear those acoustics already.
Yeah.
Wow. But this is one of the springs, spring number 1. It's an octagon shape in here, but this is amazing. So they had areas where you could come in and sip from the spring, that mineral water. Unbelievable. And back along the trails and things of that nature here at the West Baden, we got a nice little brook, a creek running through, and as you can see, we're coming across one of the pedestrian bridges. They've got a number of pedestrian bridges that will take you around the grounds and over the creek. As we were mentioning earlier, there's a lot of renovations taking place right now, so some of the things are blocked off, but again, just a real relaxing stroll. Beautiful, beautiful area. There you've got a view of the hotel, just a number of things. But really, this area was known for the mineral springs. People would come from all over. You had dignitary from, you know, other nations and everything else. So here's spring number 7, and with this particular spring, it was one of the more popular springs. In fact, the hotel guests would pay $3 to drink the mineral water. And you have to think about it, back during that time, $3, that was a lot of money. And this particular spring, spring number 7, produced about 12 gallons a minute and had the capacity to do 2,000 barrels of water a day. So think about that. That's awesome. Just amazing to see the history behind it all. And this is what the spring looked like. They've actually kept up the grounds very, very nice. And just walking through here, you can get a sense of what it would have felt like back in the turn of the century when you had dignitaries spending their time here to relax with their families. And as we had stated, this was a very, very elite area. It was a world-class hotel, and so you had folks that were very, very popular during that time. Again, you had political figures, a number of folks that would come here and spend their days, vacation with their family. It's pretty amazing.
And that's how they arrived, many of them, probably.
Yeah, you can't really see it up there.
Carriage.
There's a horse and buggy up there, but it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
But
Beautiful place.
But yeah, folks, we've shown you around West Baden. We've shown you around the French Lake Resort. Just a beautiful, beautiful place.
Yes, there's just so much unique qualities to both. I mean, they're very different. Each one you can compare and contrast, and I mean they're both incredible on their own. And then to be so close together, you know, the same property basically. They run off the same property. I don't know how many acres of land, but it's a lot, and beautiful. I can't say enough good things about the area. It takes you back in time, and it makes you appreciate just the grandeur of it all.
Yeah. So folks, that's going to wrap it up for this vlog. So in closing, good day to you. See you next time.
Like and subscribe. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Thanks for visiting.
Thank you.
Take care.